Oh, Lord have mercy! Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where I'm hanging out with Deadpool, looking out at Deadpool Island, where I realize now that we kind of forgot a few things. We forgot about giant mushrooms, and we kind of forgot about bamboo, as well as, flowers we didn't forget about. I said we were going to have to find a list of all of those things, but we're going to not worry about flowers. What was that weird noise at the back of my throat? Did y'all hear that as well? We're not going to worry so much about flowers today. We are going to plant the bamboo, and when it gets dark, we're going to go try to grow a couple of mushrooms. Mushrooms break when it's too light outside, but if we plant them at night, and then we grow them before the day comes, like into big, huge mushrooms, it should be okay. It should be fine. And then the actual goal today is that we're going to build the little access through the giant stump that I talked about. And we have to decide what type of wood we're going to do that with. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and grab the bamboo. And I feel like because bamboo, let me get that all the way back around. Because it is so small, we'll probably plant it all over the place. And we'll just have little bamboo shoots popping up everywhere, which is what happens in real life if you plant a bamboo anywhere. It just starts sprouting up all over the place. We need some pale oak. Should we build it out of pale oak? What are our other options? I think we said it was going to be a big tree. Are we going to do a stump or are we going to do a tree? Are we going to do a fake tree build? If we're going to do a fake tree build, I think I do like the idea of a big pale oak tree. So maybe we do that. Maybe we... a do. Every so often that mind of a toddler thing kicks in. Let's get all of that. We're going to need more fake leaves. But I'm pretty sure that that's all we'll need, aside from the mushrooms. I don't know how many giant mushrooms we need. I think before we only had one each. Let's grab 2 each. And we'll kind of just see how things work out. But I guess now's as good a time as any to head over there. We've already placed down enough torches that we shouldn't have to worry about monsters except for the ones in the ocean. And now's a good opportunity to point out that I really don't understand YouTube or how it works, I've made some really great episodes of this series that have done okay. But then the last episode of this series where we built the island, I forgot to get bone meal. For whatever reason, it has, it got like 100 views within a couple of hours of launching. But why, though? This episode where I put down trees, I don't think it was a bad episode. I would have re-recorded it if I did. You folks have seen me do that a few times on this channel now. Shout out to the channel members for your continued support. You get access to those sort of lost media editions. But, I don't know, an island, look, a video where I go and I plant trees is now quickly becoming one of the most popular in this. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Maybe I just need to accept that I never will. How about right here for a giant mushroom? This seems as good a place as any. Can I not place it here? Why is that? Can it not be placed on grass? Maybe that's what we got wrong before. Maybe that's why we couldn't do it. I don't get it. Why can't I place the mushroom? What if it was underground somewhere? Is it because it's still too bright out here? I don't think so. I don't think that's the reason. I guess we could just look it up real fast. Let's see. Can't place mushroom Minecraft. I misspelled most of those words, but the browser figured it out. Mushrooms. The light level on the block needs to be 12 or less. Press F3. You know what? Maybe we got to get rid of the torches for a second. Hold on. We'll break the ones in the immediate area. Maybe just that one and this one here. And we'll see where that gets us. We got to place them back down, though. Else we end up having to deal with the undead and creepers spawning. But there we go. It's super dark here now. Let's just see if we can get this in there. Still no. Okay, come here, you. I saw you, and I knew immediately I had to have what you were carrying. Anybody else got anything good? No, it's just a sea of... You know what? We're not going to fight them all. There's a lot of them, and the temptation is to go ahead and fight them all. No reason to, because they're not going to drop anything of worth or value, but I've just done it. Like, obviously I can't roll back the hands of time and undo it, but now we're leaving that area without lights and without a being there whose presence might prevent monsters from getting any ideas, so we need to double back. It's still not dark enough. I'm wondering if that's because of the moon. I don't have any useful building blocks that we might use to prevent moonlight from hitting. So I guess we're just not going to worry about that for right now, and we'll deal with mushrooms later. In the meantime, I put down more lights than we took down to begin with, but it's well lit here now. That we need to find a different lighting alternative as well. Probably having open flames is not a great idea. What if we did either glowstone, sort of periodically placed? We could either do them set in the ground or have them kind of up above the ground in some sort of little structures. Or something else we could do is we could use the bulbs, because bulbs haven't gotten a lot of play yet, and I'm rather fond of the copper bulbs. I think they'd look pretty good. Maybe build little towers for them, or like I say, just set them in the ground. Now we know we can wax them, and they should stay the way they're meant to be, or something like that, I think. The oxidized copper bulb is green and would match the grass, but not produce a lot of light. This isn't relevant. I gotta figure out where that thing actually is. I don't remember, so we're gonna have to go around here to the side of the island and go through the underwater portal, and then work our way back to the... I think it's right down here, yeah. Work our way back and then dig our way up. We should have never, like, buried it to begin with. That was a mistake. Not that it's that big a deal. And if you're wondering why we're doing this, we literally never need to actually get access to the structure. It's never going to come up. It just seemed like it might be fun. It seemed like it might be fun to have this here. So let's see. We want to dig straight up. I do like the idea of it dropping straight down on top of it. I did not think about this. Can we actually get all the way out of there? You know what? We might need to get a bucket. I've got an idea. I think we actually have a bucket. Inside of, if not here, then inside of here. So we'll just toss that down over here in this corner. We have buckets of milk. What about inside of the red one? The heartbeat that thing emits is kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you can hear it back there. But it does sort of disturb me a little bit. There we go. We only need the one bucket. So now we can swim through here, place that there. Dig ourselves back up some. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. And here's the drop that we all love from this song. Best drop in a Minecraft song. Just my opinion, but it is correct. Really good stuff. Love it. This should be the grass block that leads to the surface. Darn it, I was really hopeful that I would be able to do just that. Yes, let's go, baby! Okay, you know what I didn't think about, though? Is the fact that because this isn't solid water, it's going to, like, slowly drag us down. The quickest way... Oh. Well, that's further over than I anticipated. I sort of thought that it was closer to the center of the island, which is where I wanted to... Well, not the center of the island. The sort of center of the fatter part of the island. Kind of right here, where I was going to build the mega structure. I don't really want to build it all the... Heavens! Right now at sunrise, you want to do this? You didn't do it all night last night. Literally the last possible second for you to do this. You decide you want to do it? So be it. So be it as far as I'm concerned. Well, I say we build it right here, and I guess we just have the tunnel not go down directly on top of the thing. That's fine too. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. In fact, it could even be like a staircase that leads down, and then we have some kind of barrier blocking the water from getting in? That sounds good to me. Alright, I don't know how to build this. I have zero plans. I didn't think it through. What I do know is that I kind of want the door... What direction does the door need to be facing? We don't want the door to be on this side, where someone approaching from over there might chance upon it. So we probably need to have the door be over here, on the west side, where we can see it, but no one else can. Or else facing north. A north-facing door. Maybe that. Okay. So let's clear out some space here. This could be messy. This could be ugly. This could be one of the worst things I've ever built in all my life. My inventory may be full, mostly of nonsense, that I need to get rid of. Well, I'll tell you what, the easiest thing in the world to do right now is to... We're not going to cap that back off. I might need to get back down there. Where's the loot box? We're going to need it, I think. Let's plop it down right here. Put some miscellaneous objects in there. Flowers and the like. The bamboo. I'll plant it later. The bamboo just keeps getting delayed. We'll get around to it. For right now, let's see. How big should the door be, right? It shouldn't be very big. And in fact, it should be just barely big enough for an individual to scurry through. So let's say we have it be... I mean, that's obviously too small for obvious reasons. But let's have this go up one more. And then if we do this, I was going to say, yeah, it ought to face the correct direction. Did we bring... I think probably inside of the red one, I ought to have my scaffolding. We're going to need that. This is going to be very similar to the cross build starting out, I think. The difference is we don't want it to be a perfect sort of circle like we did in the cross. We do want it to be more kind of tree-ish, I guess. Trees don't grow perfectly, especially not big ones. If you've ever looked at a big tree, they have wacky shapes. They kind of jut out at strange angles. Kind of like this, right? Kind of like a weird angle like this. That's very tree-ish, I think, in my opinion. This is quite tree-ish. I kind of like to imagine that the pale oaks, the bigger they get, they don't actually grow much taller. They reach a point and then they just start getting fat, kind of like these here. Now notice how the pale oak doesn't really have branches that come off of it in the traditional sense. Rather, it just has clusters of leaves around its big, fat, thick trunk. I guess that's how this ought to be built as well, but I kind of want it to have limbs. How tall is this thing right now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that ought to be good. We go 5 up, and then we're going to go 1 out, which means let's go ahead and make some more of these. What's the orientation there if I place it like that? Yeah, that looks fun. So we're trying to create here now one of those sort of situations where this part of the tree juts out a little bit more. And unfortunately, this is now all in the way. So that'll have to be relocated, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. Or maybe not, actually, now that I think about it. Some of them should be lower. It shouldn't be very consistent all the way around, because that doesn't look natural. Trees are one of the most natural things in the world. You gotta get the tree right. If it looks artificial, it's gonna look artificial. So we're gonna add more of these, like that. There. Oh, you know what? It probably needs some along the base as well. Like roots spreading out, but not on every block. Again, that's the trick. You don't want to have it on every block. And now we go up some more. That's 1 layer. This is layer 2. Layer 3. Layer 4. Layer 5. Did I say 5? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. A layer 5 and then another layer 5. And then I don't think we'll go much taller than this. That does look like a big version of these trees. I think that looks really good. I'm going to make a whole bunch more of these, because I think we're going to need a whole bunch more of them as we go. But like I said, we need to have some of these coming down here. Lower in other places than well, other places, I guess. Awful way of phrasing that. Awful way of phrasing that, but you knew what I meant. That looks kind of natural, a little bit. Maybe if we move this one up. Yeah. Yeah. This one looks wrong. I think because of the orientation it's facing. Well, that was not what I meant to do. We're about to get the drop again. This song's already back. This song just played. How can this... How? How can this song be back again? I'm not mad. I like this song. It's a good one. I just... It seems a little abrupt. It seems a little sudden that it's back already. Okay, I think we're good down here. I don't think we need to do any more work down here. On the inside, what we definitely need to do is throw down some temporary torches, you know? And then even though it doesn't matter, there's a part of my brain that... Well, hold on. Let me make this taller first before I continue this sentence. Let me build this up a little bit higher. There's a part of my brain that is upset that the inside of this tree, at the present moment, has visible tops, right? So maybe we ought to address that. Create more, and then we'll just replace all of these. Boop. Boop. Shkaboop. Shkerbop. Boop. 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 I'm doing varying heights inside of here as well. Just like so. And if we hop down here and look around, oh yeah. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Ooh, only problem is by placing them on the inside, they do look a little wonky on the outside. You can just barely see which ones are not quite right. I don't think there's any helping that though. I think no matter what, if you're facing in a certain direction, they're going to be going on. Let me try it like this. If I place it from down here looking straight up. Okay. Well, let's just replace them then. Would anyone else ever notice that? Probably not. But they're catching my eye, and therefore they need to be corrected. And also, we should probably go to sleep before we get beset by sky demons again. And then also, this would be a lot easier to fix by the light of day, wouldn't it? I think I got them all. Alright, let's go. There's still the opportunity for them to strike me as I'm flying. I think we'll be okay. Ow! Alright, now I'm thinking it's time we bring it back in and then cover it in leaves, which means we have to go farm leaves, maybe off of those 2 trees. Or we just go back, because I've been wanting to get another Heart of the Forest, or whatever it's called, so that we can have our own, whatchamacallit, what do you call that, fella? A creaking. That's what I want. So we need a creaking heart. And we now have an axe that's capable of collecting one. So maybe we just go farm some trees over yonder. I think if we go up 3 blocks, and then we start putting down leaves, we ought to be good. Yeah, and so then we just start having leaves all over it. They don't go up high. They go out. So just like a big puff of trees or leaves all around, possibly, would be the way to do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're all going off in different directions. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing really matters. Let's maybe actually go up a couple more levels. Make some more of these. And then I think we are going to have some that, like, branches that stick out a little bit. Maybe in the cardinal directions, so to speak. Even if they're not visible. Even if they're not... What? Where did you come from? How'd you get here? I was gonna say, even if they're not visible from far away, where did you come from? Hold on. Having some limbs would be nice. So there we go. Some basic limbs. Dude, what? You full of honey? Where are you going? There's a beehive there? Folks, we have bees. We've only talked about it for ages now, but we do finally have bees. Look at them go. How fortuitous. Are there more? How did you get here? Do these just spawn randomly sometimes? Can't believe we have a bee. I say bees, we have 1 bee. I don't know if possibly there are more. Can we tell if we look at the hive? Honey 5 out of 5. This is exciting news. All right, this is exciting news indeed. We'll have to do something with bees in the coming month, but for now, let's not leave just yet. Let's use our brains here. Let's use our noggins. And let me grab my shears before we go. We might ought to bring these, just in case we come across something we need. But I was thinking we would just fly out to the old tried and true little forest we've got right here that we've been to at least once, maybe twice. We'll just collect some leaves there. There are other forests we've come across over here, but, you know, we're kind of keeping all of this off limits, so to speak. So, I don't know if there's any other ones we might want to explore. I don't know if we'd find anything new or useful. It is technically closer to the snow cabin than it is to our house, but I don't think it's worth going through the nether, necessarily. So let's just fly up a little bit higher, I think, and then we'll just tilt ourselves down kind of in the general direction of it, which I think is right over this way? Yeah, right there. I can actually see it right there. We'll just begin the slow and steady descent towards it. I think that's what I'm looking at. Okay, coming in for landing now. Do the creakings spawn during the day? I mean, it's not like it's particularly bright here. Are we going to cut down the trees, or are we just here to take the leaves? It feels like it's probably some sort of... Boy, it's a little bit unstable around here. It feels like it's probably a violation of some sort of code of conduct to just cut leaves out of trees and leave the trees behind. Man, I had some insects do that to my trees last... Might have been a year before last. I nearly lost a couple of them. It was year before last, and I'll tell you how I remember, because I remember going to war with them. There was some sort of... They were caterpillars, but they weren't butterfly caterpillars. They were moth caterpillars. And these disgusting little creatures were swarming all over the ground. It looked like a carpet of moving moss. It was disgusting and perverse, and I hated them. And they swept up... Is this like a moss block? Oh, weird. Very odd. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Pale moss. Very odd. Pale hanging moss. How strange. But these disgusting little insectoid things, I guess they weren't... I don't know. Whatever you classify a moth caterpillar as, just started eating all the leaves in all of my trees in the middle of the summer, and I was worried they weren't going to survive without... They need leaves. Those are necessary for survival. Fortunately, right towards the end of the season, some of the leaves did grow back, and then the trees recovered the following year. But I had to go to war with them, because I realized they were going to spread to all my other trees, so I had to go buy some sort of horrible poison on the internet. and go outside and drench them in it. The sea of little insects. I'm like, great. I'm pretty sure this might be how you get non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But it's me or the trees, I guess, at this point. Maybe I didn't have the right priorities. I like my trees, though. Darn it, I like my trees a lot. I was willing to do what it took. What is that? That's one right there. Okay. I don't think it knows I'm here yet. We probably shouldn't hop down if we don't have a way back up. That's just like a regular zombie. I didn't think mobs spawned here in this forest. Goes to show you what I know, I suppose. Okay. We're gonna try to make a little staircase here that we can get back up in the, in an emergency situation if a creaking comes calling. Like, there's one right there. Who, for some reason, does not care about the zombie. Doesn't seem to care about me, though, either, to be fair. Oh, there's one right here. Stop that. Dude, they move so fast. Did we see where its tree is? Is it that one right there? That's not the same creaking from 10 seconds ago. I guess it is. Where'd you go? See if you can see where that's all going. Stop it. Right there. That tree right there. Okay. Where are you? Oh, that is so creepy. They blended so well with the trees, too, is the creepy part. Really don't... Did y'all also hear something behind me just then? It might just be him. I don't think it's that tree right there, though. No, it's not. It's further back. Alright, let's go. This one. This one right here. Oh, there's another one over there. Well, how am I supposed to do this? There's two of them now. Possibly the other one doesn't know I'm here. It looks like he's heading this way. No! 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 Last thing I need now. Oh, no! No! Listen, dude. Why are you bothered at me and not them, huh? Oh, jeez, there's more coming. I think we might just have to go, right? Like, I think the sad, tragic truth is we might just need to bail. As much as I wanted to bring this guy home, you know? Look at this! Stop it! Okay. Ah ha 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 ha. That's all I needed was to get him and his tree in view at the same time. Alright, reveal the heart to me. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Oh, wait, did it destroy the heart? Wait, he's not here anymore. Did it destroy the heart? No, it didn't. There it is. Did I break it or did I collect it? I actually don't know. I meant to collect it. This is... No, this is Fortune! No, I used the wrong one! Velvety is the one we need! Velvety! Indeed! Alright, it's your turn. Come here. Where's yours? I hear the skeleton. I hear it. Where's my shield? Why can I never find my shield? Why does the shield never work? Goodness me, everything is bad. Everything is bad right now. Run. Just run. Just run. Oh, gosh. Go ahead. Stop it! What? What? Hold on, wait, what? What just happened there? Why was I floating? Oh, the elytra. Okay. All we gotta do is be patient and calm and not freak out. I think it's probably this tree right here, if I had to guess. Come here, you. Will you go away during the day? I mean, I know it's raining right now and everything. Is it this one? Which one of these is it? Come here, you. You're so easy to manipulate to my bidding. It's this one right here. Oh, I don't like that I can't see him now. Got it! Ha ha ha! You're mine now, fool! Okay. Get out the loot box. Put that in the loot box. Pick up the loot box. We didn't actually put it in the loot box. It's in my inventory. Let's go back to where we're cutting all those things down and see if all those things are still on the ground. Oh, Lord have mercy! Goodness gracious me. Where was I cutting down all the leaves? It was right along in here. Are all the leaves gone? Did they all despawn? Why are there creepers here? This place is misery-inducing. We're leaving. We're going. We've got a ton of leaves. Maybe even enough. I don't know. Let's break the cloud layer. We'll point ourselves towards our big, beautiful beacon in the sky over there. And we'll head home. How thick is this cloud layer? They're normally not this thick. Maybe it's infinite. I don't care. That's fine. Home we go. Oh, yeah, no, we did break the cloud layer. There it is down there. I was just heading towards the gray, darkening sky. We're going to be coming in real hot on this trip, I think. I think we're going to be coming in with some speed. And we need to start, like, losing altitude fast if we don't want to overshoot the house. Is what I'm learning. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. No, this is fine. Watch this. Flip. 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 I'm a professional. So cool, we can have one of those over here now if we wanted to. If we wanted to. I don't know, maybe we do. I can't speak for anybody. I can't speak for the trees. Having some of this here would be cool, I guess, but it doesn't quite work like that. Right, leaves. Let's see. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll have to go get more. This is only the beginning. Hold on. This has nothing to do with the build. Just wanted to add that. Boop. And we'll close all this in now. There we are. That's going to be the top of the tree. Okay, so here we go. This is the start. You can kind of see where it's going to go. You can get the general idea. We got to move this. We got to move both of these because it's too close now. Oh, well, okay, there's all of our leaves gone. Let's kind of see how it looks now from a distance. Remember, we don't want it to go too far away from the tree. Actually, yeah, that looks pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. The only issue is I feel like it needs to be a bit thicker because it's about the same thickness right now as one of the actual trees, but it's so much taller. I think that it needs to have maybe one more layer up and a couple of like tendrils of leaves coming down the sides or something along those lines. But otherwise, I think it's looking all right. We definitely need to have on top of those blocks there, I just picked up a leaf. We need to have leaves, because that'll prevent mob spawns from up here on these edges. It'll also hide the top of them, because we don't want that to be visible like that. That's not how it would actually look. We probably don't want it to be so uniform either, now that I think about it. So we do have 14 more of these. Let's see if we can just build over to it, possibly. Can you not place these on top of leaves? Really? Alright. See if we can do this. No! Oh, goodness me! This makes more sense. Just place them down right next to the darn thing. And then we're breaking them anyway. It's like that there. Maybe one there. Okay, there we go. So those will have smooth tops now. And it's much less uniform and therefore much more natural looking. Still places up there where mobs could spawn though. But I guess what we could do is we could put carpets up there if we're worried about it. Or, like I said, go get more leaves, which we need to go do anyway. Let's go take a nap. It looks like the sun is setting. So let's not let demons spawn. Get what's left of the rockets out of there. We need to make more rockets. We're running out of them. But we'll head back to that forest. One more time. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, this is almost shot. If we need to make more rockets anyway, there's only one place we can go where it makes sense for us to repair it. There we go. All right. We are now ready to head back out and get back to work. I went up high so I could tilt down low and travel fast, because I want to get here fast. I want to be flying around here in slow-mo like we were before. We're going to try to drop in right on top of one of these trees. Preferably... Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh, jeez. Did we know there was a giant pit in the middle of this place? Is that a lush cave? Kind of like a baby one? That's funny. So I don't guess we're anywhere near... Jeez, the frame rate. I don't guess we're anywhere near where we did this before. That's fine. I was kind of thinking we'd clear out one whole section. But I'm just not willing... Wait, did we go to a different one? No, we've landed at the same one. I was wondering if we somehow accidentally went over here. I don't even see. It must be over there where I cut down previously. Go away, cursor. We're going to cut these down. I forgot to bring the loot box. Are you kidding me? And now I'm down here, and it's not safe down here, and I don't have my bed. Where's my emergency bed? I thought we had, oh my gosh, I thought we had a portable emergency bed that we could use in a pinch. What happened to it? Where did I leave it? Oh, well that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Right, let me re-equip my shield. Hop down here where it's dangerous, collect what's left of these leaves. As well as some of these. Don't tell me that they're new. I've had these before. I've carried them around. And we're just gonna go now. We're just gonna leave. We're gonna go home. What direction is home? I think it's actually in this direction, now that I think about it. Yeah, there's me island. Woohoo! Nice to be home. So that was a whole stack, and we've not even made it all the way around. We're gonna have to get the actual thing and go back and spend a whole day there and maybe actually bring a bed so we can sleep through the night and cut down literally every leaf, I think is where this is headed. The heck? Huh? I mean, I appreciate the effort you're putting into it, man. But you and I both know you don't have an arm like that. It's not gonna happen. I'll come deal with you in a minute, though. I don't want to... I don't know how to get back up here now, because I've gone over... No, I can still use that. Okay. Alright, fine. Well, that's embarrassing on my part. Didn't even get the thing from him. It looks so funny. If I press F8... Yeah, see, this is a problem that we've got to figure out how we're going to deal with. Can we put these flowers up here? Or wait, what about just the moss carpets? Yeah, does that prevent mob spawns? I can't tell. It looks like it's just sort of fluttering. Like it can't quite decide whether or not that prevents mob spawns. I like this better than trying to use a light source or a carpet. This looks way more natural. Like it's supposed to be on the tree to begin with. And then as for these, we will place them outside. Did I only get... like a handful of them? I thought I got way more than that. Yeah, well, can we make more of them with bone meal? Have we tried that before? I feel like we have and it didn't work. That might be our light source though. Does that prevent mob spawns? Kinda looks like it does. Get rid of all the torches, just replace them with these if you can figure out like a good consistent way to get a bunch of them. That's the move right there. That's the new move. Alright, you. Is this where I find out that I had more inside of here? No, it isn't, thank goodness. I've only got one moss carpet left. And I need more than one. And I'm wondering if we can use bone meal to make them spread. Hi, bee. So that happened, but does that... like, if I... oh, jeez. That is not how that works, apparently. What if we just stick it right on the ground like that? Okay? And then it's got plenty of room around it. Can we not bone meal it now? You can't! How do you get more of it? Oh, like that. Using the big ones. And we know that the big ones you can make more of, I'm assuming. I say I know that, like I know that, but I don't know that. Okay. So that's all the moss that we need down here. We got that sorted out. Alright. Does that extra layer there help us get to where we're trying to go? I think yes. And the only thing we need to do now is, like I said before, remember the goal is to create something that looks like one of these, okay? And I feel like we're almost there. I notice on the sides here there's a lot of flat sides, and we don't really have any of those. But I don't know if that's going to be... like, if we do that along in here, maybe, a little bit, on all the different sides. Maybe here along the top, too? Let's have a look at that from over here. Well, hold on. Wait, now that I'm looking at these, it doesn't really do it along the top. Does it? It does along the bottom, too. Which I think would look better, yeah. I feel like having some be a little bit lower might also help. Eh? Eh? One more trip! One more batch of leaves! And we'll be good to go. I still don't know what happened to that bed. But there we go. Did I leave it at the swamp? Probably. Oh, there's the trees. Okay. I wasn't far off from where they were. Okay. So this thing is about to bust. We need to not use it anymore. Didn't think that through. Forgot to repair it before heading back. That's the last trip. Should have enough to get it finished. Oh, I hate how diamond-shaped the top of it is. That's what I'm starting to realize, is that it's almost formed this perfect diamond shape by accident. And, like, you start off with the base of the tree. That was very intentionally designed to be a little bit wonky, and then somehow by the time you get to the top, it's, like, perfect. And I don't know how that happened. But I don't care for it. But I don't know what we could possibly do to fix it at this point. And you know what? The way it's mostly going to be viewed is from the bottom anyway. There you go. So that's the whole underside done. So from a distance, that looks much, much better, I think. And then maybe on the top, if we go in like a couple of blocks, and we do a sort of, a shape, right? Obvious, everything's gonna end up being a shape, but right? Like, if we make it a slightly less rigid adherence to the structure beneath it, and then maybe we kind of do the same down here, where we just chop off a couple of bits here and there. And we're no longer collecting these pieces, because we don't have the shears to do so. Okay. Here we go. When we turn around, hopefully we like what we see. Actually, yeah. The fact that it's not quite such a perfect, like, diamond shape, that slight, like, extra little bit of indentation there makes it look a little bit more natural, because it's less perfectly smooth along the side. I think we've only just gone and done it, folks. I think we've only just about gone and done it. Hold on, we gotta get rid of this back here. Trying to get that perfect thumbnail angle. Something along in there, I'm thinking. Oh, baby. Okay, things that we need to do next. We need to figure out how to get more of the open eye blossoms. And if I look up open eye blossom, I know I can sometimes buy them from traders. I can go collect them. It doesn't seem like we can bone mill them, or at least I think we've tried that in the past and it didn't work. Yeah, no, there's no bone milling them. But maybe if we just bone mill the ground in that biome, it'll create more of them, in the same way that we get random flowers if we bone mill around here. So, we want to get enough of those that we can light up the entire forest with them. We probably want to try to get more of the moss, and I guess before we go, we can do this test real quick. Yeah, that definitely makes more of it on the ground down there. Perfect. Because then we can use that to get more of the regular moss, which I think we do want more of. We don't want to turn it all, as long as we have one, actually, yeah, we can turn all of them into the moss carpets. As long as we have one, then we can just put it on the ground and make more. Have the entire floor on the inside of here be these. And then coming out as well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we gotta get a different light source for the inside. Oh, but you know what? Not right now. Because we need more of the moss for the tops of these to prevent things from spawning. And then we gotta have the actual tunnel that goes down. But for now, I think we've done good. I think we've done real good. Thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!